I am so excited. The Google Pixel 8 Pro and the Google Pixel Watch 2 is here, and we're gonna unbox it together. So I don't have any formal process here. I am just going to unbox this and show you it, and we're gonna do first reactions together because I feel like we're all kind of simultaneously getting excited together. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I am so pumped about this phone, and I still can't believe that I pre-ordered the Pixel Watch 2. If it weren't for that pre-order like special, I would have never gotten it, but here it is. The Pixel Watch 2. Unreal. I got this for free. Unreal. And then, of course, we have the Pixel 8 Pro. Packaging all looks pretty standard. I can't really remember what the first Pixel Watch looked like in its packaging, but this looks pretty standard. Let's start with the watch. Of course, I like to save the best for last. How do we open this? It looks like it kind of just slips down at the bottom. And it looks like there's two boxes in there instead of just like one singular box. Not sure why. Oh, I don't know how I did it, but it just slipped right out afterward. Okay. Oh, it's like a fold out. So it wasn't two boxes. It just folds out very, very nicely. Okay, this is the watch. On one side we have the charging cable, which looks to be the exact same. Oh, there's a slight difference. It looks like they improved their charger. It has like little hinges on it now, where the Pixel 1 watch looked exactly like this, but there were no hinges, so it might just lock into the watch this time around. I've had issues with that, where I have my charger kind of sitting on the floor, and sometimes my watch will slip off very easily. So maybe that's why they added the hinges. That would be a great addition, if that's exactly what it does. Okay, so that's one side. The next side has the band. Oh my gosh, I really like this color. It's very subtle. It's like, it's not fully beige. It's not fully like beige brown, but it's not fully white either. It's kind of like right in between. It's like an off-white. Let me not sugarcoat it. It's like an off-white, but I really, really like that. And it's an additional band because the watch itself already has the band on it. So let's finally take the watch out. Oh my gosh, I love the color of the band. So much more than the color that I got last year, which was hazel. Hazel ended up being more like gray than actual hazel. I guess hazel's kind of a funky color to begin with, but porcelain, I am digging. Now I will say this looks so similar, if not identical. Let me pull out my Pixel Watch 1. They look almost exactly the same, if not that. So you can see the bezel on the Pixel Watch 2 is definitely silver. And that was the one thing about the hazel watches last year. The bezel on my Pixel Watch 1 is kind of like this very, very subtle gold, but not really gold. So that's probably the major difference I'm seeing here. Everything else looks almost, I think it's identical. And then the back of the watch looks different, I guess because of the hinges. And I think there's an extra sensor. Let me open this up. The band looks also almost identical, but as you can see on the back of the Pixel Watch 2, it looks a little bit different than the Pixel Watch 1. They said there are 3 sensors now, so that's probably it. And also to put in those hinges, which looks like, let's see, it's magnetic. Ooh, it's magnetic, and yeah, it adds that little extra security with those hinges, which is exactly what the issue I had with the first Pixel Watch charger. It wasn't a major issue, but if you're someone like me where your charger isn't necessarily sitting very securely in a secure spot, it would slip off when you're trying to charge it because it was just being hinged on by a magnet, a very loose magnet. So, okay. Those are the major differences I'm seeing so far. I'm gonna turn it on and let it kind of like load up while I open up the Pixel 8 Pro. There it is. Let's also put it on. I usually wear the Pixel watch on my right hand because I'm left-handed, and usually the bezel is on the left side, but if I do that now, the G will be upside down, so we'll see how I set up the orientation. But for now, let me just put it on the right way so I can see what it looks like. The watch band is very, very like high quality. It's very like thick, but it's not heavy. It feels very durable, like it would last forever. And it looks so sleek. It looks so good. The watch definitely feels very good on my hand. But I will say, it feels kind of heavy. Definitely heavier than, I'm gonna put this one on now. Granted, I have a different band on, but let me put this on. I don't recall this being heavy. They're almost the same. Maybe I'm being dramatic. But yeah, it feels very good. The band feels very, very good. But once again, not any major differences I'm seeing so far. Not like super major differences that I'm seeing so far between the two. Let's let that load up in the meanwhile. And let's get to the Google Pixel 8 Pro. If the color of the phone looks identical to this, I am going to be so happy. I do recall the Google Pixel 1 and the Google Pixel 7 Pro phone, like the colors, they're very similar, but they weren't exact. Like this one looks a little bit more bluish. Oh, the watch made a noise. It's like a little bit bluish gray. It's like a funky color, and the band for the Pixel Watch 1 wasn't exactly like this. It was a little bit more on the actual gray side. So let's see how the 8 Pro looks. Oh my gosh. This might be my favorite look so far. I know this is probably annoying, like people are gonna be like, this is white, but it's not white. Like the box is white, that's the watch. I mean, the phone. There's a difference. It's very off white. And oh, okay, so I took the phone out. Feels kind of heavy. Took the phone out, underneath it, the usual stuff, just like the paperwork. We have the charger, same old USB-C to USB-C charger. I have a million of these at this point, but you know, what's one more? And then we have the converter. I have a bunch of those as well. It's just something that has always come with the Pixel phones, and so having all of the Pixel phones I have a lot of them. But there you go, that's the box. And then aside from that is just the phone itself. Let's take the little front off. Oh man, this looks so good. So it's very clean, very crisp, edge to edge. It's actually not as rounded as the 7 Pro. So there's kind of like this raindrop effect on the 7 Pro that I like. I love rounded edges, big fan of that, but this one looks a lot more flat. There's not that raindrop kind of vibe going on the edges of the phone. Yeah, it's a lot more just like flat, which I kind of like. I don't know if I'm used to that, but I like it. I also like the camera thing, the camera bar, used to it. You can see there is major upgrades going on there with the camera itself. Not gonna lie, I like the Google Pixel 8 camera bar a little bit more because I think it's more matte. This one is more of like a metallic, like sheeny, shiny metallic, and it's more matte on the Google Pixel 8, I think. But it still looks so good. The phone itself is matte, so it's not really gonna grab fingerprints. I mean, it's not grabbing any of the fingerprints right now at all, but my hands are clean, so we'll see after some use. But let's turn it on. Did a little vibrate. There you go. Has the Google startup. Now while that's starting up, I can't get over this. This looks so good. I love the roundedness of it. You can kind of just see, like, this one feels a little bit more square, a little bit more boxy. This one definitely feels a lot more round. This color, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't have to get cases. And I know you can get a clear case, but I wish I didn't have to get cases to cover up the beauty of these phones. Especially with a phone that doesn't track, like, fingerprints. Come on, y'all. But here we go. The watch has started up. I also realized that I can't really set up the watch until I set up the phone first. So we'll set this up eventually. I know it's going to take some time, so I'm not going to do it all on camera, but so far, really, really loving the look. And I will say I'm glad I'm glad I got this watch for free, because so far it's almost identical to the one that I already have. By the way, the one that I already have, I'm going to be giving this one to Ian. Ian has like a regular Fitbit right now, a Fitbit Sense, I think. So I'm going to be giving him this because he has the Google Pixel 7. So it'll all work out. We have the Welcome to Pixel home screen. Gonna hit get started. And then it just takes you to the setting up kind of stuff. So I'm setting it up from another Pixel, so I'll just hit on that. Oh my gosh, this is new. Scan the QR code. Tap setup to open the scanner. That's like a brand new thing. Usually you kind of have to like plug in the two phones or some other kind of step. And it does pop up on my Pixel 7 Pro here to set up the 8 Pro. Very, very cool. Love that kind of synchronicity that's going on. So, okay, they're connecting, they're doing their thing. Oh my gosh, there's a camera that popped up, like a camera kind of thing. Popped up so that I can scan this. I think I just set it up right before your eyes, right before my eyes. I didn't even do anything. I hardly even put any thought into that. I was too busy paying attention to you. And it's getting my phone ready. Love that. So seamless. That literally took seconds. Okay, so all of that's gonna get set up. I think I'm gonna end the video here. I know that's kind of like, I didn't show you that much, but I literally just wanted to unbox this and show you my first impressions. First impressions, very, very impressed with the seamless kind of transitioning from one phone to the next. I'm sure that it's particularly easy because I'm going from pixel to pixel, but still seamless. That took seconds. I did not expect me to do any of that while on camera. Other impressions of the phone, love the sleek kind of rounded edges, love the matte texture on the back, love the color so much. I know that's like not the coolest color, but for me, I'm obsessed. I do prefer the Google Pixel 8 bar because it's not metallic like this, it's more like matte. But I do love the flat screen as opposed to kind of like the teardrop screen. Although I do love the teardrop kind of effect as well, but I'm kind of digging this new vibe as well. So those are first impressions about the phone. First impressions about the watch. Glad I did not pay $350 for this because I paid a lot of money for the first one and they look almost identical. They feel almost identical. We'll see what happens when it comes to like the Fitbit app and the programs that are on the watch, which I'll give you an update on both of these devices eventually. Very soon. Not eventually. Very soon. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't pay for this because I would have been very disappointed if I paid an additional $350 for this when I have something that's like just like it. It's kind of interesting to me that it's so similar. Like they didn't change the design up that at all almost. But yeah, those are first impressions. I'm gonna set this up and I will be back with you next week or in a couple of weeks with some first impressions of these two devices. And yeah, I hope this was interesting. I hope you're excited to hear more about these devices. And once again, let me know if you pre-ordered anything or if you ordered anything from the Google event, either the watch, the buds, the phone, whatever it may be. But yeah, I'll talk to you in next week's video.